विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आता आपण आज थर्ड एक्झरसाइज सॉल्व करूया. तुम्हाला पहिल्यांदा मी समजावून सांगतो यात काय नवीन आहे. फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग ट्रायल बॅलन्स अँड ॲडजस्टमेंट्स गिवन बिलो ऑफ रीना अँड आरती, यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू प्रिपेअर फायनल अकाउंट्स फॉर द year ended 31st March 2019. The year is ending on 31st March 2019, so we are concerned with the accounting year 2018-19. Debit balances, purchases, trading account, sundry debtors is asset, sales returns deducted from sales, opening stock, trading account, bad debts is loss, land and building is asset, furniture is asset, discount. It is in the list of debit balances, so this discount is discount allowed. So profit and loss account debit side. Royalties, it's direct expense, so trading account debit side. Rent, it's not factory rent, just rent, so it's indirect expenditure. It is considered as office rent or any other rent but not factory rent. Profit and loss account debit side. Then salaries, indirect expense, profit and loss account. Wages, direct expense. Insurance, indirect expense. Drawings will be deducted from capitals, and if current account is there, instead of deducting it from capital, we will deduct it from current account of the partners. Deducting means debiting to that account. Cash balances at bank in hand are assets of the business. No hidden adjustment as far as the debit balances list is concerned. Credit balances, sales, its revenue, trading account credit side. Sundry creditors is liability. Purchase returns will be deducted from purchases. Old RDD there is. Then discount, it has credit balance, its discount received. Indirect income for the business. Profit and loss account credit side. Commission, it is in the list of credit balances, so its commission received income, indirect income for the business will be credited to profit and loss account. And capital of partners, Rina 50,000, Arti 30,000. No current account balances are given, so this is what fluctuating capital method being followed by the firm, so we can make changes in the capital balances. Look at the adjustments, closing stock, then write off 900 for bad and doubtful debts, and create a provision for reserve for doubtful debts. So rupees 900 are new bad debts deducted from debtors and debited to profit and loss account. Actually will be added to the old bad debts if there are. Then we will make provision. The provision is not given in percentage, so it's simple. Just rupees 1000 will be deducted from debtors again and will be added to the total of old bad debts plus new bad debts plus new RDD, and from that total we will deduct old RDD 800, and you know that we already have discussed this point. Create a provision for discount on debtors at the rate 3%. So we are hoping for, our debtors are hoping for discount, and we we can anticipate that we will have to allow them 3% discount in order to get the amount recovered from them. From our past experience, we can anticipate the probable expense for the business in the form of discount on debtors. So we must provide for that. So we are making provision for discount on debtors. The treatment is similar to that of RDD, means discount on debtors will be deducted from debtors and it's provision, isn't it? So it will be debited to profit and loss account. Actually, the entry for discount on debtors is profit and loss account debit to provision for discount on debtors account. Actually, we are not crediting debtors account, but instead of showing this item just like RDD or depreciation, these are also kind of provisions which should have been shown on the liabilities side, but instead of showing it on liabilities side, instead of deducting that amount, or I mean instead of showing it on liabilities side, not deducting, we deduct it from asset side. The effect is the same. Means RDD also, actually the entry for reserve for doubtful debts is what? Profit and loss account debit to reserve for doubtful debts account. Means it is not like this. We are not actually crediting what debtors for RDD, but the provision is made by debiting to profit and loss account. Means RDD is created by debiting to profit and loss account. So profit and loss account debit to RDD account. So RDD account has credit balance. It should have been shown on liability side, but instead of showing it on liability side, we show it on asset side with minus figure. Means it is deducted from debtors. Okay, the point is that provision for a discount on debtors is created just like the RDD is created in the same manner, and as RDD is deducted from debtors, discount on debtors, provision for discount on debtors also gets deducted from debtors 3%, and we are also asked to prepare, I mean to make provision for discount on creditors at 5%. What provision for discount on creditors is? We are hoping for discount from our creditors. Actually, we are sure, not just hoping, we are damn sure that we are going to get discount from our creditors. And therefore, actually, accounting principles don't allow us to provide for possible profits or gains, but accounting principles force us to make provision for anticipated losses, but we are not allowed to make provision for anticipated profits or gains. But this is exception to that rule. Means getting discount from creditors is a kind of gain for the business. Our amount is getting saved. Amount saved is amount earned, isn't it? Therefore, it is a kind of anticipated income which is not generally allowed to be provided for. But this is exception to that rule. Means as we are going to get discount from creditors, we will not be required to pay that amount to them. So we have to reduce the amount of creditors, and this is what kind of anticipated income for the business, indirect income to be earned in future, but it belongs to this year, as these creditors are created this year by purchasing goods on credit from them. So being the income, indirect income, why not anticipated, it will be credited to profit and loss account. Actually, the entry for provision for discount on creditors will be provision for discount on creditors account debit to profit and loss account. So profit and loss account credit by provision for discount on creditors account. The next adjustment is about outstanding expenses. It's simple adjustment. Then insurance is paid for 15 months. Generally insurance is paid for 12 months. The general insurance policy is for a year generally. But here they have told us that whatever we have paid this year for insurance is not for just 12 months, it is for 15 months. What is the amount of insurance we have paid for? insurance this year 1500. So 1500 paid for 15 months. And this insurance is beginning from, with effect from, means the benefit of insurance began from 1st April 2018. So from 1st April 2018 to 31st March 2019, 12 months are over of this year. Yet remaining 3 months discount, remaining 3 months insurance is for the next year. So we have paid for insurance of the next year for 3 months, but this year this is prepaid expenditure. For 15 months we have paid 1500. So 1500 divided by 15, 100 per month, 100 into 3, 300 for 3 months. So out of 1500, 300 insurance of rupees 300 is prepaid insurance. So 1500 minus 300, outer column 1200. The exact insurance for this year will be 1200 in the outer column, and 300 prepaid insurance will be shown on asset side. Couple of adjustments are there on the next page. Depreciate land and building by 5%. Okay. And Reena and Aarti are sharing profits and losses in their capital ratio. The information that should have been given at the beginning of the problem is given at the end of the problem. Therefore, it is necessary to read the problem right from the top to bottom thoroughly. Then only we can have the complete understanding of that problem. So their profit sharing ratio is what? Their capital ratio. Their capital ratio is 5:3. Okay, so 5:3 is their capital ratio, which is taken as their profit sharing ratio. Okay. One point to be noted here is, as we calculate the reserve for doubtful debts, new RDD, after deducting new bad debts from debtors, then on that amount we calculate new RDD, and then after deducting new RDD, whatever the balance of debtors is there, on that amount we will have to calculate provision for a discount on debtors, step by step. So always we will have to first deduct new bad debts from debtors on asset side if they are given. Then from new bad debts, then after deducting new bad debts from debtors, the revised amount will be eligible for calculation of RDD. Then after deducting new RDD, on the remaining amount, on the remaining balance of debtors, we will have to calculate reserve for discount on debtors. That is the way to calculate RDD and reserve for discount on debtors. Okay, we will see it in detail. We have the solution. Here it is. Opening stock, purchases minus returns, then royalties, direct expense it is, wages plus outstanding as given in the adjustment, sales minus returns, then closing stock. So gross profit is 23,900. No problem here. Yes, here. Profit and loss account, debit side, depreciation on land and building as per the adjustment. Then salaries plus outstanding, rent, yes, bad debts 500. They are old bad debts as they were given in the trial balance. plus new bad debts given in the adjustment, then plus new RDD 1000, and from this total 500 plus 900 1400 plus 1000 2400 minus old RDD 800. So outer column exact loss because of debtors for this year is 1600. Okay, then discount as it was given in the trial balance, insurance 1500 minus prepaid 3 months insurance will be deducted. So in the outer column 1200. Yes, to provision for discount on debtors, the last item I mean on this page. What is that? Discount on debtors, reserve for provision for discount on debtors 1143 as per the percentage given. How this amount is ascertained we will see later on while studying the balance sheet. On credit side, gross profit by discount, the discount which was given in the list of credit balances in the trial balance, then by commission in which was given in the list of credit balances, by discount on creditors. Yes, reserve for discount on debtors appears on the debit side of profit and loss account, whereas reserve for or provision for discount on creditors appears on the liability side, appears on the credit side of the profit and loss account. We are here in profit. Net profit is 13,592. It's 5/8 as per the ratio. 5:3 is the ratio. It's 5/8 goes to Rina and remaining 3/8 goes to Arti. Now let us see the balance sheet, where first of all asset side, land and building minus depreciation, furniture, yes, sundry debtors. Yes, please look at this. Sundry debtors as per the trial balance were of rupees 40,000. Then in the adjustments, new bad debts were given. We have deducted new bad debts from 40,000. So the amount of debtors after deducting new bad debts is 39,100. Okay. Here the percentage of RDD, new RDD to be calculated was not given. If it was given, then we would have calculated new RDD by applying the percentage to the figure, that is 39,100, but they have given the amount of new RDD in rupees instead of in percentage, so the task of calculation is not necessary here. Then 39,100 minus 1000, the amount of debtors latest figure is 38,100. 38,100 is the amount of debtors. Now the percentage 3% reserve for discount on debtors you are asked to calculate. So 3% of what? 3% of 38,100. 3% of 38,100 is 1143. That is important. The percentage is applied on the latest amount of debtors which is arrived at after deducting new bad debts and new RDD. By this way, in the outer column we can see 36,957. And you know that the new bad debts, the new RDD, and also the provision for a discount on debtors, which have reduced the amount of debtors, are debited to profit and loss account. All the three items are debited, and from the total of these items, old RDD is deducted and net amount is shown in the outer column. cash at bank, cash in hand, closing stock, and prepaid insurance. 3 months insurance is shown as prepaid insurance on the set side. Now look at the liability side. Rina's capital minus her drawings plus her share in profit. Same in case of Aarti. Sundry creditors here. As per the trial balance, creditors were of rupees 25,700 and 5% of 25,700 is what? 1,285. That is what the amount of discount we will earn from creditors next year probably. And this is anticipated income, and we are allowed to provide for that. It's an exception, and therefore we can see deduction from creditors of 5% of 25,700, 1,285. So we are liable to pay only 24,415 to the creditors now. That is the actual liability. And finally, outstanding expenses as per given in the adjustments, we can see it. Okay, now you solve this problem in your notebook. Thank you very much.